on The Breakfast Club.
In the words of Charlamagne the God, he's a donkey. That was
Oh man, Charlamagne, you giving donkey today to who now?
Well, Buster Rhymes, donkey today for Thursday, June 26th. Have you hugged the cancer today?
No.
Did you hug Chris before you left the house?
I did not. It was way too early.
Well, it is our season, okay? You know we sensitive. Drop on the clues bombs for us. Hug us. Tell us you love us. Don't wish us happy birthday early. Tell us on our actual day. I had 2 friends do that already. Wish me happy birthday early. Thank you, but no, I want to hear it on Sunday, June 29th. But back to the matter at hand. Donkey of the day goes to a Wisconsin man named Michael Navratsky. He is 67 years old, and he's the type of person I hate. Okay, the type of person who gets angry, who gets defensive and violent because you simply told them an obvious truth. Okay, it's one thing to have an honest opinion. It's another to state an obvious truth. Okay, for example, I'm 5'6", 3/4. Okay, sometimes 5'7". If I don't get a manicure, that extra skin at the bottom of my feet can get me to 5'7". That is an obvious truth. Okay, I can't lie to people and tell them I'm 6'5". They can see me. Even if I told them I was trans tall, they would say shorty tripping. Okay, so there is no reason to get mad at obvious truths, okay? Especially obvious truths that you can do something about. Another example, if I smell Jess Hilarious' breath, and I say, Jess, it's not stink, but if it was, okay? Wow. And I say, Jess, your breath stink, that's an obvious truth that you could fix.
Uh-huh.
Yes. No need for you to get mad or defensive if. Okay? But it's just an obvious truth that can be corrected. Well, Michael Navratsky doesn't like obvious truths. See, he was arrested by police in Kenosha and charged with battery, strangulation, and suffocation and intimidation of a victim. He beat his wife, okay? And the reason he beat his wife is because his wife told him something that a lot of y'all need to hear in this heat, and it's 2 simple words. You stink. Okay, I don't know if it's because folks is trying natural deodorants. I don't know if Right God, Old Spice changed the recipes. I even got caught out there a few weeks ago. I wasn't even doing nothing strenuous, but I smelled the kush. Okay, loud, pack smelling mustard. All right, you ever smell under your own arms and start craving Funyuns? Yeah, that was me. Okay, and that's also you, but nobody telling you. Okay, see, Michael Navratsky's wife told him the truth, and she had no choice because when police showed up, after he beat her, his wife, her name is Kimberly, said that her and Michael had been arguing for weeks because Michael hadn't showered in 2 months. Did you hear what I just said? Michael hadn't showered in 2 months. Now, she has earned the right to get a divorce. Okay, you haven't washed your funky ass in 2 months, and now it's a heat wave, and you got the nerve to sleep on my clean sheets? This really happened, people. I'm reading the police report. At one point during the verbal altercation, his wife Kimberly told him she did not want him sleeping on her clean sheets until he showered. My wife tells me that after I work out. Okay, you know sometimes you work out, then you go in your room and lay on the bed real quick to muster some energy to take a shower. Get your funky ass up right now, okay? So imagine not washing for 2 months and then going to lay on some clean sheets. Bruh, you stink. Okay, you haven't washed in 2 months, neck dirty, behind the ears dirty, ass cracking, your gooch filthy, and when your wife tells you to do something about it, you get mad and beat her? The same energy you mustered up to choke your wife, you could have mustered up to wash your ass, okay? You haven't washed in 60 straight days? The irony of what you did to your wife is you need your ass beat. Okay, you would rather beat your wife than beat that funk. Not washing for 2 months, Donald Trump should bomb you without congressional approval. Okay, you waging chemical warfare on America by not washing for 2 months. That is an act of war. Okay, you ain't washing 2 months. You might be better off deceased because you damn sure already smell dead. At this point, he's not even musty. He's not even funky. He's historical. That stink got a timeline, okay? That Smithsonian-worthy stink. Michael, what is your problem? Did the soap in your house file a restraining order against you? Why are you staying away from it? 2 months, no shower? You gotta start seeing a therapist. Because you're clearly going through some type of depression. But 2 months, no shower, that's not depression, it's biological terrorism. Listen, sometimes the obvious truth stinks. But Michael, not as bad as you do. Okay, if somebody loves you enough to tell you that you smell like a roach's funeral, the least you can do is hit the shower and not hit them. Don't punish people for being honest, especially when the only thing more offensive than your attitude is the smell of your ass. Please let Remy Ma give Michael Navratsky the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Why she wait 2 months though?
Hello everyone, and welcome to It Be Like That, where any and everything is bound to happen because hell, it be like that. This is a crazy story, you guys. You have a elderly man then attacked and jumped on his elderly wife because she told him to take a shower before he got in bed with her on her brand new clean sheets. Instead of him doing what your wife asks you to do because it makes sense, especially knowing that you have not taken any kind of shower, bath, you haven't bathed in 2 months, 60 days, it made sense for her to say that. Anybody else would have heard their significant other say that and would say, you know what, you're right. Just knowing that I have not been in the tub for 2 months, it's about that time. Knowing that you got clean sheets on the bed that I'm finna climb in next to you, that makes sense. Knowing that this is still your wife for several years, why would you even think that it would be okay to even lay next to her for that long without bathing? You know what I'm saying? So instead of taking her advice and just getting in the tub, which takes anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes to bathe, he thought it was more reasonable to put his hands on his wife. He punched his wife in the face 3 times, closed fist, causing her nose to bleed. After she realized her nose was bloody, he then continued to climb on top of her and strangle her. The only way she got away is because she kicked him in the groin and she was able to escape to the next door neighbor house, and that's when she called law enforcement, and that's when they came out and got her help. The crazy part about this whole thing is this man used to be a correctional sergeant for many years. So he knows what you should and shouldn't do. He knows the penalty of doing wrong because he was a correctional officer for years. Not just an officer, but a sergeant. Like I said, crazy story, you guys. But I brought it to you because, hell, anything is bound to happen because it be like that. Till the next one, you guys.